With Roblox Doors being out for several weeks at this point, many of us are used to the game's entities or monsters in one way or another. But of course, within the community, there are many depictions out there that reveal the true forms of these monsters and the artist's perspective. These are Roblox Doors monsters, but reimagined. Comment which one you like the most down below and let the gala begin. Rush and Ambush, as we know, are very similar, and in looks, it looks like only their heads appear as they float around the game chasing down players. But in this fan-made artwork made by LTeek2, we can see the full body form of Rush and also Ambush as well. It seems that Rush does feature a shadowy figure, while Ambush also features an eternal green flame, as the entity does contain a spine and some ribs attached. This actually even got the attention of the developer of Roblox Doors, as the artwork was so good. It really does show a new look at the monsters that goes way beyond just their heads. LTeek also created some artwork for the other characters as well, which also looked very cool. Screech doing the PogChamp emote though. Nikki1 over at the Doors Discord server has also created these versions of Ambush and Rush, this time wearing suits that match their color schemes thrown into the mix. It really seems that most artists are going with the spine look for Ambush, which is interesting, and as for Rush, large fists and hands are also a noticeable pattern. Nikki actually also ended up creating alternate versions for Halt and Eyes too, which I thought was interesting again with the suits and attire that the entities were wearing. Next up, Zuko has an interesting redesign, especially when it comes to Seek from the game. In this one, we can see several blended 3D models of Seek, redesigned with many more eyes and an even creepier body style that is different from his current one. Not going to lie though, I definitely do like this design of the entity even more than the current one, especially since it does make it more scarier, fitting the entity more. This one also garnered the attention of the developers as a job well done. Kao Sway, back in the Discord, had a very interesting one, especially regarding Ambush and Rush once again. This time, both of the entities weren't redrawn as floating figures, but as large four-footed beasts, kind of resembling of large lizards or maybe even dinosaurs. Very interesting concept. This one, also by Plotter, shows another cool version of Rush and how he may have looked like, as you can see large shadows and possibly even souls leaving from the entity's head. The large claws are also another big distinguishing feature that is a reoccurrence. I think the FNF fans on the channel will love this one, but Soulsum created a scene where Bob from Friday Night Funkin' was meeting up with Seek. Now some people do agree that Seek was inspired from Bob, but I guess that's a story for another video. Some of these ones were instead drawn by an AI rather than an artist, but these are supposed to be Roblox Doors monsters being redrawn to look lifelike instead of their game counterparts, and a lot of these are very strange. The AI decides to add in a huge nose for Screech in this one, and as for Halt, the AI does think that the entity carries a skull deep within its shadows as well. And as for Timothy, well, those are some strange eyes, but I guess that is the AI taking a swing at it. I have to say though, Seek's recreation has got to be the best, especially since it looks the most lifelike out of all the other ones. Especially after playing the game for a bit, I bet a lot of you folks have also wondered how Hyde looks like, especially since we've never been shown an official representation of him. Well, Kibamari came up with this awesome concept of what the entity could look like as they incorporate insect-like mandibles, a faint red glow, very long spines, and that it can walk on all limbs with the size comparison being shown. Again, very cool drawing that goes beyond imagination. And yet, here is another representation of him, this time by Kiwi Star's Cappy, as they picture Hyde with 4 arms coming from the entity's head. Apparently, they hate using their legs and walking around so much that all they do is just chill in closets, pushing players out. Makes sense if you ask me. But as we wait for floor 2, how do you think some of these entities look like in full form? Let us know down below. Smash like and subscribe and take care.